minute.
Let's go.
Are you serious?
Yeah, let's start recording.
Once again, we starting off all crazy.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Kyna B,
And I'm Stefan.
and we'd like to welcome you to the
Simply Put Show,
where we simply put things into perspective.
So today, what are we going to be talking about?
Fear, the
Good
dream killer.
Good topic. Good topic.
Yes, so we'll be discussing the what we've called the dream killer. It's that 4-letter word, fear.
What do you fear the most?
Actually, it depends on the situation.
The situation.
Yes.
So, pertaining to business, do you fear situations?
Yes, I would say I fear situations, and those situations depend on the people that are in the room. Sometimes it's the fear that I have put a expectation on myself that was above something that I've already done. So, and I can probably go on and on, but I think those are the main ones. It's people. Because, we tend to compare ourselves to other people, which is a habit. As entrepreneurs, we do that quite often. But also, I, have this high expectation of myself, and I fear failing.
Okay, that's normal.
Yes.
For me, when I think about going into a room of people that I don't know, whether it be a networking event, whether it be a social event, whatever, anything like that, I kind of concentrate on just being me. Just being me. It's when I start putting expectations on myself, saying, wow, my mind just went blank. It just went blank.
Well, but I actually can.
When I want to kind of like control the scene, when I want to put expectations. Am I repeating myself?
You are, but it is that's one of the words that comes to mind when you think of fear. It's the expectation that a result is going to happen in the future. And so when we think of the things that we do fear, it's normally something that we foresee. Mm-hmm. So because it's in the future, we can't control that, and so that just makes you think about it even more. Like, why am I afraid of something that hasn't come yet?
I did that for a reason.
I'm sure you did. You always do things like that.
I did that for a reason. Because when you go into a room, that's what you be concerned about. How are you going to sound? How are you going to sound in that moment? So you go in there with expectation. I want to sound a certain way. I want people to think a certain way about me. So when you go in a room with all that pressure, when you go in the room with all that pressure, so many things is going through your mind. And then you end up sounding the way I sounded when we started off this video.
Mm-hmm. And I can't remember how you sounded, but I would have to agree.
I sounded real crazy. But it was an act.
Yes.
But that's what people go through. They go in the room, I'm going to act a certain way. I'm going to say these certain things. So they go with a plan. And then when they get in the room, it's like all these things is running through their mind. All these things is running through their mind. And then all of a sudden, they say something really stupid, like weird, out of place. Right? And then they be thinking, where the heck did that just come from? Mm-hmm. So just be yourself.
Very true. And so I know there's going to be women that are watching this and could possibly relate to some of the things that we talked about. But and I always think about this as a man. I know you have things that you fear.
I don't fear nothing.
Yeah, right.
I don't fear nothing.
I don't believe that.
I'm a man.
Yeah.
Tough.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm asking you, what do you fear?
Failure. The unknown. Honestly, the unknown. And that all starts with my thought process. I'm playing all these things in my mind of how things should be, how I want them to be, and just accept them the way there is.
It's sort of similar to women, but I think ours is a little more, because we, as women, we like to compare ourselves to other people, to each other. It's always that cattiness when it comes to any, most female relationships versus men. You have that testosterone going, so yours is it's more competitive, not necessarily, I want to beat you. It's more of I want to beat you,
right? Versus
with a woman, it's about looks and the way that we present ourselves and things of that nature. So I think the fear is similar, but the attributes of it.
So how can we overcome that? Oh, did you hear my stomach?
I did.
Wow. I
wonder if y'all heard that.
I'm not hungry.
So how can we overcome that? I think it's you take it one step at a time. Understanding in that moment and asking yourself, what is it that I'm afraid of? Like you really do have to ask yourself, and that takes practice. You find it over time that when you're able to identify what it is that you're afraid of, you kind of laugh, because again, just going back to that, you're afraid of something that hasn't even happened yet, or that other person could be looking at you and saying the same thing that you're thinking about them.
True.
And so, you may look at them as, being up here, high and mighty, and they may look at you and think the same thing. And so you kind of smile. And those types of conversations don't happen, with people until you build that relationship. And again, you just laugh.
Well, if you sit back and think about when you see children play and the things that children do, how they just freely run around and for instance, get on a picnic table and just jump off it. Whereas though as adults, we'd be like, no, if we do something like that, then we know that we could hurt ourselves or we can injure. Yeah. But with kids, they have no real memories of situations, things that may have happened. So they just run free.
Yes.
And a lot of times as adults, we need to have that mentality instead of just overthinking, going back to our emotions, experiences that we had. A lot of times we just need to do it. Like Nike say, just do it.
Yes, I agree. Which is hard. Again, it's hard, but it's part of the process. And when you're able to take it step by step, day by day, simply put, you'll get rid of fear. What a way to end the show.
Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed the show. Once again, I'm Stefan.
And I'm Kyna B.
And thanks for... Did I just go blame you?
You did, but that's okay.
This is a Simply Put show, right?
It is a Simply Put show.
Simply Put.
Yeah.
Simply Put.
We'd like to thank you for joining us today. The Simply Put show, where we simply put things into perspective.
Yes.
Thank you. See ya.